Let me discount immediately that the airport, Jomo Kenyatta Airport, is not on sale. This is a public asset. It is a strategic asset. And if it was going to be sold, you can only do it after a full public process that Parliament endorses. So anybody who is giving the impression that the airport, Jomo Kenyatta Airport, has been sold is not being factual. It is not true.
So tonight, the controversy surrounding the takeover of Jomo Kenyatta International Airport by Adani Group Holdings has deepened, with the Indian firm setting up a subsidiary firm right here in Kenya to conclude the deal in readiness for the signing of the partnership agreement.
Monday, we will be serving KETRACO and all the organizations within the aviation sector with a strike notice. Last Saturday, we gave the government and the respective organizations 7 days to meet our demands, which, as I've said, stop the Adani deal, make management changes at KEA and KQ. They have not met any of the demands.
Please put it very clear to this committee. What is this matter of Adani and Jomo Kenyatta Airport? When did you travel to India? Whom did you go? What is the content of the letter? Everything. We want to know whether the Jomo Kenyatta Airport is still Kenyan Airport or it is now Mumbai International Airport. Please.
Did you sell our airport?
Mr. Speaker, for the airport, I want to be very clear, Mr. Speaker, to the people of Kenya. I have not, and I do not have the capacity to enter into any PPP as a person, as a cabinet secretary. And I have not in any way sold the airport.
I have seen many people saying William Ruto wants to sell the airport. Am I a madman? I'm not sure. How would you sell a strategic national asset? You have to be insane. You know? So we must have the right investment for the airport. The airport is a strategic government asset, national asset. Ethiopia have a brand new airport. Rwanda have a brand new airport. And it is the reason why we need to work with investors to give us a new airport in Nairobi.
If Adani wants to come, tumpatie Konsa City ama tumtafutie mahali hapa Mariakani achenge airport yake hapo, to operate it from there, employ people there, he does his own things there. But he should leave us to our JKIA.
The government should stop this, and they should announce to Kenyans that Adani should not take our airport.
Yesterday, Your Excellency, I was flying from Mombasa to Nairobi. As I was waiting for the delayed flight, of course, because of the strike, I had the opportunity to engage with KEA staff. And I asked them, why are you not strike? Your Excellency, I was not given any tangible reason other than the fact that there is a lot of information they had heard and picked from the social media. And because of that information and acting on that information on the social media, they went on strike. That is what I was told. Most of the social media information is a fact not verified. And this is where most of our citizens pick information, pick facts, and act on those facts.
Your Excellency, how can we sell our airports? What is it? How can we take 14 airstrips and give them to an Indian company? Nobody knows the agreement and what has been signed. We have 5,000 employees with the Kenya Airports Authority, and nobody knows where these people are going to go. It's not okay.
Mtu mmoja ya serikali tuko naye akanipigia simu kunisomea, kwa nini hukutetea serikali?
Kasema siwezi tetea kitu sijui. Nitatetea namna gani? Mimi siko hapo. Hizo vitu ndio naletea mimi shida. Kwa sababu angetaka niende pale nianze kugangana na senator kusema hii Adani iko sawa. Sasa mimi nitasema iko sawa namna gani? Mimi sijahusishwa, sielewi na nikisikiza Wakenya hawaitaki na mimi ni mtu ya watu. Mimi ni mtu ya watu.
Friday night starts now, and Kenya Electricity Transmission Company Limited, KETRACO, and Adani Energy Solutions Limited have signed a project agreement valued at 95.7 billion shillings. KETRACO says they have conducted comprehensive due diligence on Adani Energy Solutions before signing the agreement.
I am very happy that for the first time in Kenya today, we will have a transmission line from here in Menengai that will go to Olkalau, that will go to Nanyuki, supply power to that region all the way to Meru. They will for the first time access geothermal power from Menengai. That investment is being made by the private sector. The Adani Group are investing in the transmission line. Their money, 95 billion. We would have otherwise gone to borrow that money, burden the people of Kenya. This is now a private sector investment, the same way Keshan here is a private sector investment, the same way Sosian is a private sector investment. We will pay for that transmission line using a wheeling charge that has been negotiated. And it is important for us as a nation to appreciate that a partnership between public and the private sector gives us a win-win outcome where we can deliver public services and public goods using the efficiency of the private sector, investment of the private sector as a way of supporting overall development.
This company actually has done very many PPP projects. I mentioned that we visited India with the invitation of then Chief Minister of State of Gujarat, Narendra Modi. And he introduced us to several Indian conglomerates. Adani was one of them. Adani company conglomerate is worth over $200 billion. It cannot be an Adani gate. Deal with the issues as they are. If some people have made mistakes, let them own up that they made some mistakes. But do not begin to condemn innocent companies who are basically doing normal commercial transactions.
One of Asia's richest men, Indian tycoon Gautam Adani, is again in the spotlight. His company's stock plunged by as much as 20% on Thursday after he was indicted by U.S. prosecutors on charges he duped investors in a massive solar energy project in India by concealing that it was being facilitated by an alleged bribery scheme.
We are proceeding on the basis of the outcome of the very rigorous due diligence exercise that was undertaken by the contracting authority. Could these bribery or corruption claims have a bearing on our own process? To my knowledge, Honorable Chair, there has been no case of corruption or bribery insofar as this PIP of Adani Energy Solutions is concerned. Up to now, up to this very moment.
I have stated in the past and now reiterate today that in the face of undisputed evidence or credible information on corruption, I will not hesitate to take decisive action. Accordingly, I now direct, in furtherance of the principles enshrined in Article 10 of the Constitution on transparency and accountability, and based on new information provided by investigative agencies and partner nations, that the procuring agencies within the Ministry of Transport and the Ministry of Energy and Petroleum immediately cancel the ongoing procurement process for the JKIA expansion public-private partnership transaction, as well as provided because of the information that has been provided to us by partner nations. I have directed agencies within the Ministry of Transport and the Ministry of Energy and Petroleum to immediately cancel the ongoing procurement process for JKIA expansion public-private partnership transaction, as well as the recently concluded KETRACO transmission in public partnership. And immediately commence the process of onboarding alternative partners, because these are important projects.